I do not want to be looking at Ant right now. I'm not going to lie. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys had a good day yesterday. Yesterday was a great day, honestly. Great day for the show. Great day for me personally. Made a fair bit of money. Needed a good get back day. So, and that happened. So, feeling pretty good right now about stuff. I will say that today's slate is very, very dicey. Every team is pretty much on a back-to-back, right? So it's really tough to properly handicap a game. Just when that a lot of people are going to probably end up being ruled out, it changes a lot of stuff. So because of that, I only have 2 plays right now. However, I would love to. I definitely will be adding some stuff late, so I do have that to say. Anyways, guys, I don't know if JJ is going to be joining us today. I think he might be asleep. I'm not completely sure. So it might just be me for now. Like I said, not completely positive on that. Anyways, I just want to let's quick start with the recap, right? So actually, guys, today, if you guys have any questions, I'd love to, break down questions today. It's definitely a great day to, I'm going to need questions if it's just going to be me. So, yeah. Anyways, guys. Yesterday on straight betting, we honestly should have went 5-0. Like we 100% should have went 5-0. Anthony Edwards. So the loss we had was Liam's play. I mean, my gosh, guys, like, are you fucking kidding me? He had 28 points. He shot 4 for 17 from 3. Shot 10 for 33 from the floor, and like he didn't cover 30.5. Just ridiculous stuff, man. Like Wolves lose. Yesterday, outside of the Wolves stuff, yesterday was great. Naz Reid went over. Let me quick actually just double check to see what he had. Naz Reid stats. Naz Reid went over and did not play good. Yeah. Naz Reid had 22 points, so definitely wasn't a comfortable bet. It came down to the last minutes, but he shot 1 for 7 from 3, 7 for 17 from the floor. He's a 41% shooter on the year from deep, so definitely was on the wrong end of the stick on that one as well. But you probably should have had like 20, 25 or something like that. 25 points or so. But yeah, he comes through, which is nice. Duran had 5 assists, so that one was easy. He had 5 assists at halftime too. Tyler Hero under 33.5 PRA. That one was also pretty easy. 22 PRA he ended with. And then I believe Tari Eason, let me just quick double check. Tari Eason ended with 9 rebounds, played 34 minutes. So also very happy with that read. Guys, honestly, if there was ever a day where we deserved 5-0, it was definitely yesterday. We didn't get it. Sometimes we get wins that we don't deserve as well. So, but I will say is that we had 5 bets that 100% should have went 5-0. But it happens. 4-1, and also, guys, oh my gosh, yeah. Ant shot 10 for 33, guys. If Ant shoots 5 for 17 for 3, right? Just give him an extra 3, and then 13 for 33 from the floor. If he shoots 13 for 33 from the floor, he has 35 points. So that actually sucks because if you guys look at all these too, look at like all these like lottos, guys. I mean, these are all like plus 1,000, like barely over plus 1,000, right? And yeah, this one was plus 5,460. Our first like real long shot, and we absolutely nailed it. I mean, Duran had 5 at halftime. He ended with 5, but he did it. He had 5 at halftime. Grimes had 30 points, doubled the alt line, and then Ant. He shoots, like I said, he shoots 13 for 33, and where the show is looking amazing. Like it's actually looking amazing. But that did not happen, unfortunately. So yeah, I felt like we deserved a little bit better than we got, even though yesterday was a great day. I think it was just more so like we were seeing the board well, made some really good bets, and yeah, unfortunately, the lotto did not come to fruition. So that absolutely stinks. Okay, let me quick present. Okay, I think I'm on the wrong screen. Yeah, I definitely am. Was looking at some research for the play that I had. So here's Props Madness. So, and I just gave it away. I always do that shit. Awesome, you guys. I appreciate you guys getting the questions going. I'll get to the questions. Let me give out the play that I'm spoiling right now. So first play, let's go with Jose Alvarado over 10.5 points. It's minus 115 at Bet365. Yeah, so basically, guys, I mean, Jose 3 games ago, he started. He was inserted in the starting lineup. We can go to his game logs. Look at if this is gonna work. Okay, what is going on? Oh, JJ, there we go. JJ, how we doing?
I'm doing all right. I fucking hate being sick.
Yeah, tough to wake up and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel that, dude. It's always like the winter time too. The winter time always.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so what I was saying, Jose Alvarado points. So entered the starting lineup. He played 29 minutes. He played 24 minutes only, or 23 minutes in a blowout, and then he played 32 and a half last night. So it's a back-to-back, guys. This game was like a ridiculous blowout. I don't think the Kings are gonna really do that to them. At least I hope not. Yeah, guys, it's a back-to-back. We got Bruce Brown, who's in the rotation. He's dicey with back-to-backs. I don't think he was playing back-to-backs with Toronto. I know he was coming off of like a pretty serious injury to start the year. Let me quick double check. Okay, so I guess he played one back-to-back all year, but it was a 16-minute and then 18-minute. I wouldn't be shocked if Bruce Brown sits. Anyways, first game with Bruce Brown, he still played, what is it, like 33 minutes, so that's good. In my mind, there's zero chance that Zion plays. I totally get that he has props listed. Zion, there's 0 point of playing him on a back-to-back, risking that, especially given like the season, how the season's going. The Pelicans are absolutely cooked. They have nothing to play for, so I would be shocked if Big Z plays here. So basically, guys, I mean, if you go to just like with 26 plus minutes, I think 26 to like 35 is a solid minute range. I would probably project him around 30, so that's kind of just splitting the difference. Straight up, I mean, he's averaging 15.2 points per game in these games. He's over in 7 out of 10. If we go to this, and then without Zion, 20 points, 21 points, 18 points, 9 points, and this game he shot 3 for 12. So good volume. Obviously, guys, yes, like Trey Murphy and McCollum were missing in these games. This is the most recent game with Murphy and McCollum and no Zion. And, pretty good volume, right? 34 minutes. Let's see, like 18 or 14 shot attempts. They just played the Kings twice. Jose in this game, he only had 5 points, only took 6 shots. That's not what we're looking for, obviously. I will say, I think this game is like kind of crazy. If we go here, Murphy had 20, McCollum had 31, Zion had 40. That's very unlike the Kings of like not overhelping on stars. I mean, these guys combined for 91 points. So the stars just completely showed out. And like I said, Zion, his 40 points, I think that's going to be vacated here on the second night of a back-to-back. Yeah, the matchup, Kings, they allow like 6 points per game to above the break threes. That's Jose scores 52% of his points. Spot up, he'll get a fair bit of spot up looks. The overhelp on like Murphy and McCollum drives and stuff. So the Kings allow the most points per game to spot up. I also went back and watched some film from last game, and Sabonis was playing Jose in drop. Obviously, Sabonis, it's like he's matchup specific, whether he's playing drop or he's at the level. Jose is also just like a guy who's going to get dropped from like those type of bigs. So I think his 2 play types are going to be like very good for him right here. He just had 18 points and 15 shot attempts against them. I like Jose over 10.5 points. I think it's a fair bit short. He'll stagger some minutes without CJ and Trey. So I'm just going to put Trey on because Trey will play more minutes. And CJ also missed games recently. It's a back-to-back. He's pretty old. Maybe he misses too. But yeah, with Ingram, DeJounte, and Zion off, and then Trey Murphy on, we got Jose Alvarado. Where is he at? Yep, 13.06 shots per 36, 18.23 points. Is shooting pretty efficient, but still, this is great volume. And I like the matchup. I think that he plays like 30 minutes or so, and I think that 10.5 is a tad bit short. And we could definitely have some outs with back-to-back. Maybe we get McCollum missing, but like I'm fully expecting Zion to miss. So JJ, I just did a whole lot of yapping. You're probably like your brain's probably still waking up, and you're probably like Tyvan, shut the fuck up. But what do you think about Jose here?
No, I think there's gonna be a lot of players definitely sitting out today. I think Zion's definitely in line to sit out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a reason for him to play because he's always on the injury report for like conditioning or anything like that. So having him sit out a back to back and then have a whole week off basically is like that'd be great for him here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, obviously when he sits out, Jose's minutes go up and his production goes up. So I mean, I like that. I think it should be a solid matchup for him here.
Yeah. Kings definitely, like I said, watch the film. They'll play him and drop, and like when you see teams like in the middle of the pack and stuff and pick and roll ball handler, it's always like nice to like go back and like watch some film every once in a while. Just like look at like I was looking at Jose getting his shots up here, obviously. But yeah, Jose's not a guy who commands like blitzes and stuff. It's like CJ McCollum will probably get met at the level because he's like a very dangerous pull-up shooter. Same with Trey Murphy when he's in his pick and roll reps. And Jose will just like benefit from that because when they play those guys at the level, that will create spot up opportunities, which is like why the Kings are so bad at defending spot ups. But then it's also like he's not when he's actually getting his few on ball reps here and there. It's like he won't be getting the aggressive coverages. So I think that this is like a sneaky spot. And someone mentioned in the chat, it's 9.5 at MGM. I personally don't track lines from MGM just because, but like if you can get down on it, like 100% play that over the 10.5. I also think that PA is a decent look, especially if you can get the 16.5. I don't hate that. Just no Zion, gonna have the ball in his hands like a fair bit more and can make stuff happen. But I think more so it's like a good scoring matchup. So, all right. Let's get into some of the questions. Before we do so, though, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys are on YouTube, if you do appreciate the free content that we're doing, if you do appreciate like the consistency and streaming consistently and all that, just like leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel. It's just like the best way possible to support us, and we really do greatly appreciate it. Yeah, and this is Props Madness too, by the way, guys. We're sponsored by them. I would be doing the stream the exact same way though, even if we weren't, because their tool is the best on market. And if you guys are looking to get into betting, if you guys are looking to, become a quote unquote capper yourself, this is like the best way to start. It has basically every tool you need to properly research and find edges in the NBA. And also, one last thing, I guess I didn't even mention this with the Jose play, but before we move on to the questions, I mean, JJ, just look at this, man. If we think he's going to play like around 30 minutes or so, like as a starter, I mean, he is just straight up averaging 9.7 points per 22.8 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I probably should.
I mean, that's always a nice baseline right there.
Yeah. Like if we give him a 30-minute projection, let's, I'm a little bit curious now. 22.8 times 9.7. So yeah, he's averaging 12.76 points per 30 minutes. So I mean, you could argue this line should just be at like 12.5 or something. In a neutral matchup. So yeah. Tommaso, good yesterday. Thank you. Yes, sir. Sabonis over points, first quarter points. Yeah, so JJ, do you have I know we talked about Sabonis yesterday, and now his line actually dipped to 17.5 at 365 and Pinnacle. But what do you think about Sabonis here?
I mean, I feel like it's a spot you can go back to, even though he just barely missed last game. I mean, what? 8 of 13, 8-point win. Let me see some stuff real quick.
Is Jonas like sneaky taking a couple minutes away from him?
Look at the rotation last game.
I'm gonna quick check one thing too. I just want to see what they've been like in the restricted area recently. Pelicans, still not great. Let's see, just overall points in the paint. Yeah, this is a really good number, 17.5, especially Tommaso. And I know that Italy book is probably offering a fairly good price on this too, because the 18.5, I guess he's only ended at 18 once. So that's still good, but like the 17.5, especially the minus 125 at bet 365 is looking really, really nice.
So I mean, Jonas only had 14 minutes, so I wouldn't say he's really taking much away because
But that kind of is though a little bit because if they're not going to share the floor at all together, like Sabonis is kind of used to like playing like 36 to 38, and then if he's going to go to 34, I think that could maybe be a little bit troublesome because he's had like I don't know if this Dallas game went to overtime. I think it did. But
it did.
Yeah. So I mean that would have been 37 minutes, which is still good. But the Pelicans like only 33 minutes. Pelicans again only 34 minutes in a game that went down to the wire. A 6-point loss to Portland, only 29 minutes. And that was Jonas's first game there, so that maybe would be a little bit something for concern. But overall, I think the 17.5 number is really good, and especially at the minus 125 price.
Yeah.
JJ, DeMar DeRozan over, what's the number? Rebounds and assists. 6.5 rebounds and assists. I mean, holy shit.
I mean, that 6.5 line is honestly surprising. It hasn't moved up yet. I mean, I would just take it just off principle what he's been doing. I mean, 10 potentials, 7 rebound chances, and then 11 rebound chances, 4 potential, 5 potential, 9 rebound chances, 11 potential, 8 rebound chances. I mean, you just got to keep taking it since Valanciunas joined.
Yeah, and I know DeMar definitely plays alongside Jonas too. DeMar kind of his rotation is like start the second quarter.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I have any other input on this? I mean, 10 plus is like significantly higher than 7, and he's had that for 4 straight games. He did go under in the first game with. This is the first game with Levine. It was against Orlando. He's had 10 against the Pelicans each game. We know that the Pelicans are a pretty poor rebound and assist team, I believe. Yep, 3rd most assists allowed and 6th most rebounds allowed. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really watch the Kings at all. Couldn't tell you if he's playing different. But yeah, I don't know if you can really argue with it much. JJ, are you gonna play this or no?
It's something I'm definitely considering.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's been doing good. Collier, the GOAT. I'd say it's a good spot for Collier. Back to back, I like that. I think that there's like maybe we get some rest. I believe everyone played.
I don't think Collins is gonna play or Markkanen. They haven't played a back to back in a long time.
Okay, perfect. Well, the thing is though, I feel like those two are really good for his assists, though. To be honest,
he's getting assists regardless whether they play or not. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And they keep on hanging 8.5. Let's see, Collier P/. Yeah, I kind of like points. Not gonna lie, points are like the dicey thing with Collier, but he's been crushing it. Not crushing it, but getting over. He's had 8+ in like a lot, so it's like I will say he did have 5 against the Clippers. Didn't shoot the ball great. 1 for 5. I don't know if that's concerning or not, but he's had 8+. He's been a bucket away in 15 out of 16. He's over in 12 out of 16. Look, man, I think that okay. So it looks like FanDuel finally switched that a little bit. Yeah, I mean Collier's great. He's an absolute wagon. I don't know like what's keeping me off it. But it's the back-to-back could definitely maybe help with the usage too. The Clippers are a good defense. I will say that. They are just like a really solid defense. They're not going to have Kawhi, but they're going to have Ben Simmons. They might. I'm actually interested to see how he plays with them, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, literally in non OKC games, like he's had 19+ PRA because we could just take out that OKC bullshit, bro. It's like OKC is just different. But Clippers are also really good too. So I definitely strongly lean over for sure, Tommaso.
I lean over as well.
JJ, Rudy Goat Bear over PR. I have a thought on it, but I want to hear your thought first.
I haven't watched enough OKC with two centers. Is anyone going to sit out in that?
For the
Is Chet
Wolves,
going to sit out?
Chet said it last game, so he's going to be in.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he has been doing great without Julius Randle. But I mean, what are your insights on this as far as a Wolves fan?
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's
OKC,
kind of I was leaning towards.
Yeah, OKC allows the fewest points in the paint. I mean, they already played this year. That was without Chet. I will say, he had 15 PR. Hartenstein, OKC is not even a good rebounding matchup anymore. If you go to like the year, they allow like the 8th most rebounds. Dude, last 10 games, they're allowing the 3rd fewest rebounds. So they're not even a good rebounding matchup anymore. They're not. They're just such a good defense. He's probably not really going to get like wide open dunks, especially like even the 3rd fewest points per game in the restricted area. Pick and roll man, 4th fewest points. One thing I will say is that I had a Yves Misi bet under, and he did go over. He kind of like fluked into a lot of like offensive rebounds. But they used Chet on him, and then but that was different because they put Chet on or Hartenstein on Zion, and Misi was kind of able to like punk Chet on the offensive glass sometimes because he's just so skinny, But that shouldn't be the case here. I think it should be Hartenstein on Gobert, and Chet guards like Jaden McDaniels or Naz Reid or someone. So, I would not play an over here. I totally get like he's been running good and stuff, but it's a brutal matchup, and I could definitely see the Wolves getting blown out today too. Not a good slate today. Yeah, I completely agree. Anyways, guys, let's get into the second play. I tailed this from Liam in hour 1. Ant under 29.5 points. I mean, okay, it's at 28.5 now. So I'd probably pivot to PRA at this point, to be honest with you. 40.5 PRA under, or just 28.5 is fine too. Whatever one. I think they're both equal. Maybe let's see, what's the best price? I mean, like -117 Caesars, -115. Probably but I kind of like the Wolves to get blown out today too, to be honest with you. So that could, and assist matchup is tough, even though they're gonna blitz them. It's still a tough matchup. Like the Wolves might not score a lot of points. So I'd actually probably go PRA, to be honest, at 40.5 now. But 28.5 is like completely fine. I mean, it's OKC guys against the Wolves, right? I mean, Ant had 29 PRA and 39 earlier this year. Yes, that was with Randall and Dante. He only took 12 shots, guys. When do we see Ant take 12 shots? You literally never see that. He's going to get blitzed at will. It's going to be, if Ant goes over here, it's because he played a perfect game, in my opinion, and the game stayed close. So, it's a back-to-back. Ant played a shit ton of minutes. I think the vibes are just down with Minnesota after that terrible, terrible loss to a Giannis and Dame-less Bucks. And, we just know it's OKC. It's like you don't even overthink it, really. This is a super high line. I mean, guys, his line was 30.5 against the Bucks last game, whose plays dropped. He got up 33 shots. I'm not saying he's going to shoot bad again, but like his line was 30.5 against the Bucks, which is like a A+ matchup. And now it's 28. It was 29.5 against the Thunder. And I think his like PRA was also like around here too. So it's like, I don't really get that. I think that legitimately it should be like a 5-point line swing with the Bucks matchup to a Thunder matchup. But JJ, do you have a take on Ant-Man?
I mean, I see like putting 2 on the ball, possible blowout. It's really all I can read from this matchup. It's just, OKC is always tough against like a primary ball handler.
A clear cut. If you're a clear cut guy against OKC, you are cooked.
Yeah.
Like, you remember sweating out that Booker bet?
Yeah.
Well, quote unquote sweating. We weren't sweating shit. Like, and that was with Booker without Durant and Beal, or without Durant, Beal played. But now this is Ant with nobody. I mean, it's going to be the defensive attention he's going to get is going to be insane. We can go down here, pick and roll handler number 3. I can guarantee you, and that's a clear cut guy. They're number 1 by far. Free throws are the only thing I guess that could maybe throw this off. The OKC does hack a shit ton, and Ant has been getting a good whistle recently. But transition number 2, isolation number 1, spot up. who's creating a spot up look for him? No one. He's not spotting up at all, especially without Randall on the court. And Mike Conley, who's probably going to miss again. So, yeah, fourth against dribble handoffs too, which is like pretty much a pick and roll, but that's just going to be an aggressive blitz. So, yeah, second fewest above break threes. That's where 49% of Ant's free throw or non-free throw points come from. And yeah, I don't really got much else to say. He's been cooking, but Cleveland was just switching. Houston, they were trying to blitz, but they're also like, no one can blitz like OKC can. So I mean, it's just like I've fading number one, clear cut number one guards against OKC has been absolute wagon this year, guys, and I, no reason to stop playing it. It wouldn't shock me if we get blown out too. This 8-point spread feels like a non-Shea spread. Okay, so those are the two official plays. We got Jose over 10.5 points and Ant-Man under 29.5 points. But like I said, it's 28.5 now. Like I said, I gave this out or tailed it on the earlier stream. I think 28.5 is still good, but so is 40.5 PRA. In fact, this kind of 40.5 kind of seems like maybe the better play at this point. But okay, JJ, has anything caught your eye?
Really just a DeRozan play, but a lot of it's just waiting on injury reports right now.
Mm-hmm. Chris gave his predictions. No Zion. Yep, I agree. No Kawhi. He's already ruled out. And yeah, Chris, I think you're spot on right here. Yeah, don't expect any of those guys to play. Houston's a little bit weird too. Sengun is dealing with a back injury. He talked about it after the game. Said it was bugging him a ton. And think him missing is very probable as well. So yeah,
it's not like even like a regular like you get a regular back to back. Like these guys get a whole week off if they take today off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was like a lot of like big Western Conference games. I know, like Warriors just played a Mavs team. That's like they're similar in the standings too. So clearly going all out to win that game. Same with the Mavs. They're playing. Who did the Mavs play yesterday? Do you remember?
They played the Warriors.
Yeah. But the Mavs play today, I believe. Yeah. So the Mavs, I could see Kyrie maybe resting. I think that's like in the cards. Maybe Clay as well. Could be a Christie number one option hoops game. But yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff. And like I know like this Heat team's dealing with like the flu. I would assume those guys play if they can, but it's just like another potential variable in there. So Tron said he locked in Shea head-to-head points. Oh wow. Yeah, what the hell? That's a great bet, Tron.
Yeah, it is. I like that a lot.
One team plays drop coverage, one team like does everything they can to not let them score, and you're getting like the MVP. Anyways, who's gonna get the better coverage? Oh, Jordan Clarkson over 2.5 threes. So Clarkson's a guy who I didn't really look into because I think he's a prime rest candidate. Maybe I could be wrong here against the Clippers.
I mean, if he's able to play, then I could see him going over.
Got up 12 threes.
Yeah.
Cooking. And that's plus money you're getting. Yeah, I think Zoo plays a fair bit of drop.
Mm-hmm.
And also, weirdly enough, Clippers have been really, really
they kind of mix it up based off matchup.
Yeah. But last 15 games, so like what JJ said, but I think it's worth noting, like this catch and shoot frequency is pretty ridiculous. Pretty high catch and shoot 3-point frequency as well. It's like, so if you're going to give up catch and shoots and pull-ups, like play drop and give up catch and shoots, and that's probably how you end up like shooting 6 for 12 for 3 like you just did against Clippers. So
yeah, and yeah, Clarkson's a guy that's always gets a good mix of catch and shoot and pull up.
Mm-hmm. Good on like off-ball screen stuff, especially.
Yeah.
Ooh, SF Niner. I disagree. I just don't think you can play this, man. JJ.
I say if it bumps up to 9.5, maybe, but at 8.5, it's hard to take the over because there's a lot of potential for a lot of outplayers. So it's gonna be the ball in his hands a ton.
Mm-hmm.
He's a young rookie, so should get plenty of minutes here. We're already seeing him play through the blowout in the first Lakers game, so.
Yeah. Jimmy over 5.5 rebounds. Look, I don't think Jimmy's gonna play, to be honest. I'd be shocked if he plays. We just talked about Clarkson. Sabonis over rebounds, it's at 14.5. He had 14 in foul trouble versus Zion. Oh, so he got into foul trouble. That's good input for sure. Am I sitting on this game? Oh. Let's see, first half. Yeah, definitely missed out on a couple minutes of foul trouble in the first half. So that could definitely explain it too. Yeah. Sabonis 14.5. Look, I don't like playing 14.5 rebound lines, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, Pelicans definitely are not a good rebounding team. He had 6, 15, and 28 chances, 29 chances against the Pelicans.
Yes, I mean, as long as the chances are there, I see it as being decent to good play here, you know?
Yeah, this is 25 chances. Let's middle it, 25 to 33. 16 out of 24. Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to the Wolves Thunder game. Give me a prop now. I have to leave, so give it now, please. All right, bro. Ant unders. I mean, that's the play. Ant unders, and you should just parlay it with the Thunder to win too, because I can guarantee you that the Thunder win the game. Like the Wolves are not winning. This dude's like my best friend. I'm actually giving him a ride to the game. He's fake for not inviting me. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Ant under Wolves money line. That shit's a lock. Rick, lock that shit in on your shitty Bet Online account. Chet PRA would have been good, but line moved. Yeah, Chet, I don't know, man. I feel like Chet playing at the 4 is like weird for his offense, to be honest. I think he might just like not be like that good of a scorer at the 4. But JJ, have you like watched any Chet OKC at the 4 stuff yet? Or paid attention?
I haven't watched enough. I gotta watch some more.
Yeah, I just don't think him playing at the perimeter is like good for him. I think like him getting guarded by a big man is like how he like is such a tough matchup, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not quick enough to go past like a Nas Reed or like a Terrence Shannon or someone or like an athletic wing. So yeah, Chet. I think Chet PRA. I actually might play the under, to be honest. I just if I might wait for Hartenstein to be ruled in and wait for some public steam, because it's just like, you know, public loves to steam up props of like stars like coming back from injury, because they're like, oh, this is so low, bro. This is like going to be the game where he plays like 36 minutes. Like public loves like doing that shit. So I might actually wait to see if this can steam up a little bit more, and I might just like fade it because, yeah, man, I just don't think it's like, I don't think he's like going to be good at scoring the Brock when he's at the 4. So yeah. And also like Shea's going to get dropped. J-Dub's going to get dropped. They might just like be able to absolutely grub. And he's probably going to be guarding Nas Reed. That's not great for rebounding. So, Shoto, how you doing? Please, bro, I have stuff to do. OKC, yeah. Also, I saw I think someone last stream said Shea 30 plus points in OKC money line. But that was like plus money. That's a great bet. I mean, Shea gets like 30 every game. Let's see. What is Shea's 30 points hit rate? You kind of started off the year like shit. Yeah. JJ, what do you think about like Shea 30 and a Thunder win?
I think it's a decent look. I think a lot of it has to come in the first half.
So are you saying that it's Rob Dillingham season? He got benched last game. He was shit in the bed.
I mean, that's not surprising.
What did he play? 13
Still
minutes?
such a raw player.
Yeah. I feel like Rob's like low-key played like no organized basketball. Like this dude was ass like hooping at like Donda University and shit.
Yeah, he just focused on just getting buckets. That's about it.
Yeah.
And if that's not working, then it's like there's no point in having him on the court.
Yeah, 100%. Tommaso Loki a Denchman sub. What do you mean by that? I guess Tommaso's like props kind of like do seem like Denchman like looks, which is like a good thing, you know, because Denchman like is a good better. But yeah, I actually kind of like get what you're saying. Yeah, Hartenstein RA. What did he do against Rudy last time? 10 rebounds. 15 points, 32 minutes. His PRA is insanely low. RA 13.5. So his like points are what's like really low. Like 8.5 is kind of crazy, bro. Like he'll get that like little like floater he likes to do against Rudy's drop.
I think one thing here is like his assists have been limited since with Chet playing.
Yeah, 3 potentials. Oh no, Chet didn't play that one, right? Or no, he did. Oh, no,
Chet played that game and then February 7th.
Yeah, 2 potentials and 3 potentials. That's not great. I will say he could if he wants. I don't know how much he's going to be used as a hub. Him being used as a hub could definitely work against drop coverage. Yeah, Hartenstein stuff does seem a tad bit short, but maybe it's like kind of like he just like him and Chet are eating away at each other's like permanent productions or something.
Yeah.
JJ, what do you think about Max Christie stuff?
Let's see. I mean, the minutes have been great, right?
Yeah, he played 39 last game, 35 the game before.
Yeah, I think young player, he's going to continue to get good minutes.
Could get a Clay rest on a back-to-back. Could get a Kyrie rest potentially. Like I think that's like in the cards, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially because I know Clay's minutes have been limited, and then he just played 34 last night. So, yeah, I mean, he's hit it every game as a Mav. He's been playing too efficient, in my opinion, to like sustain.
That's kind of where I was leaning towards, the efficiency.
Yeah.
Because I think it probably depends on free throws too, right? I think he'll get some decent 3 looks.
Yeah, I agree.
But if he's not taking enough shots, then he's not as efficient as he has been, then it becomes a problem. But at the same time, someone could be looking at this prop and hoping like someone sits out so then his usage goes up. So, I mean, I guess it depends how you want to look at the prop.
Oh, crap. I just realized I didn't even have my mic on. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, yeah, I don't know. Max Christie, I've never really peeped him and like thought of him as like like, oh, this person's out. This person's out now. Max Christie can take on like a bigger role. And like, I've never thought of Max Christie as that way. So like, he wouldn't be like the first person I look at if someone were to be ruled out, but like if like Kyrie like is like ruled out or something. But who would be on Dallas like a usage guy like Jaden Hardy? If like it probably would be Jaden Hardy. I don't know if he's playing, but you would play if Kyrie's out and he'd be chucking. So yeah, Mav stuff. I think it's better to just wait. To be honest, because
Hardy played like 5 minutes last game
anymore. Yeah, Hardy's just like an absolute. If you ever see Kyrie out, and like obviously Luka is not on the team anymore, but if you ever see like high usage guys out, Hardy like is like the guy, man. Like he's gonna slot in and just chuck. Harden over 3.5 turnovers. JJ, do you remember when we peeped this with like Dr. Prophet and we were just like flabbergasted?
Yeah, that boy always turned the ball over.
Yeah, dude. I mean, no Kawhi too, so maybe even like a little bit more usage. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna say about this? I guess do the Jazz force like the least turnovers in the league? Let's see, opponent. Oh no, let's see. Opponent turnovers.
I was also thinking like a Norman Powell points over possibly here too.
Mm-hmm.
He always cooks the Jazz. And then you got the potential of Kawhi sitting out.
He already is out.
Oh, yeah, he's out. Yeah, so.
I mean, yeah, JJ, look at this. I mean, this is like with Harden, without Kawhi. We could take out. Let's see, what are like the teams that he went under against? He went under twice against Houston. Let's take them out. Defensive rating. Yeah, so I mean, the Jazz, because they're such a bad transition and catch and shoot defense. That's Powell's game. What if Walker Kessler were to rest? I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if he was to rest too, that would be even better.
Definitely.
Were any of these games like complete shit minutes? Where's the game? It's in Utah, which I actually like. You know, Norm Powell, 38 minutes, 26 minutes, but a massive blowout. Massive blowout. Massive blowout. Like, what if we even just like do like what's the spread on this one? 9.5. I like that it's in Utah, right? If it was at home, I'd be like, okay, this game is like probably gonna be a blowout. We could do like 30 plus, 28 plus. Yeah, I like Norm. Are you thinking? Are you still gonna look into that a little bit more? What are you thinking?
Let me look real quick.
By the way, Jace the best MLB capper. Yeah, Jace. I talked to Jace last night, and he was kind enough to just like ask some of my like dumbass questions or answer some of my like dumbass questions about MLB. So great guy. Appreciated that from him too. And yeah, dude. I mean, I went and I mean, definitely has a great track record. So yeah, definitely someone I'm gonna be tailing this summer. So you still
play. That's an official play.
Norm?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. And Bogey might sit too, which I think could be, is interesting. Bogey on a back-to-back. So yeah, Norm 23.5. Great matchup. Let's see, head-to-head. Yeah, done some good stuff. Only game he missed, shot really poorly for him.
That was a game I bet on him.
Yeah. And he had like what? He's averaging 33 minutes and 24.7 points. So that's some good stuff. DK minus 120.
Nope.
Yeah, I like that, JJ. That's a good one. Let's see, Trey Murphy points. Yeah, I'm just not like a big fan of like betting Trey Murphy at these super high numbers, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Kings have done a fairly decent job at slowing him down as well. Kings have won both of those games. I'm sure he's going to receive a fair bit of defensive attention. Could go to without Zion, without Ingram, without DeJounte. Yeah, I don't know. I personally don't have much input on it. I think it's like a fair set line though. Do you have a take on this, JJ?
I think he's gonna be the guy they just give that extra attention to.
Yeah.
I think they're more likely let CJ score than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you can like look at this. Look, who's creating? No one's really creating. Like CJ's like the only one who's like he's not going to really get spot up opportunities created for him when he's like the first option, So you could like look at this and be like, oh, this is a great matchup, and like I honestly tend to disagree. Bam Adebayo, points and rebounds. So yeah, I mean he should absolutely crush on the glass here. There's no doubt about it.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, I think we were close to adding Kel'el Ware to a lotto. His minutes have been weird, but like I think that on a per minute basis he could dominate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, this is impressive stuff, right? Win over against OKC, Boston. That was without Hero, but he's been hooping. They really don't have anyone who can guard him either. Could be a great matchup. I personally don't trust Bam, but yeah, I definitely think it's a solid look. JJ, you like it? 29.5?
I like it.
Yeah. We already talked about DeRozan RA. I mean, he's had 10 or more in like 4 straight games, and he had 10 in each game against the Pelicans. So it's like we haven't watched enough of it to like really give you like conviction behind it. But I mean, blindly looking at the numbers, there's not much to argue against it, to be honest. So yeah, I think
they had mixing up their rotation slightly. So we just don't have big enough sample size to see what they really want to do. So there's no like points to go argue against it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is like pretty significant too, right? Like he's 11, 10, 10, 10. Like he just needs 7. Like it's not like this line's like 9.5. Like he's been over in 4 straight. Like this is a 6.5 line, and he's been getting 10.
And like all the potentials and rebound chances have been there.
Yeah. Bam assists, I would lean under. Just like, I mean, you got to think this Mavs team doesn't have a center, so they're just switching everything. And yeah, you just don't want to bet assist overs against switching defenses. So yeah. Okay, JJ, is there anything else you want to get to? I think the chat's kind of starting to wind down.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird slates, unfortunately. But someone said Rudy PR.
Yeah, we already talked about that too.
Yeah.
I lean under personally.
I lean under. I mean, both centers should be playing, so it's going to be a tough matchup. He's already went under against one center matchup, so you got 2 centers in there playing against him. It's just going to be tough to get boards and score. You're late. Now you get.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, hey, dude, better late than never for sure. It's like, yeah. This is someone who's interesting to me, Tyvan Shannon Jr. I think he's going to be blowout proof, and it's a great matchup for him as a spot up guy against OKC. It's second night of a back-to-back. I think that I don't know if Books didn't list his props last game, I believe, but it kind of makes sense. He just played his first He's now played 13 or more minutes for 3 straight games. He's not on a 2-way contract. He's on he's on like an actual deal because he was a rookie first-round pick. I'm not saying expect like 11, 5, and 6, but Tyvan Shannon Jr. is someone who's very interesting to me. I think if you're going to bet an over on a Wolf, you want them to be blowout proof, and you want them to not be an on-ball player. So yeah, T. Shannon makes sense to me personally. I also think that Wolves team total under just makes sense. I think someone said it was at 106.5, which seems like absurdly high, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Just against OKC, it's like if they're gonna blitz Ant, and like if Ant's gonna get taken away, which I fully think happens, it's gonna be really tough sledding for all those other guys. So, but also maybe wait and make sure that OKC doesn't rest people on the back-to-back. There's just like a lot of like shit that back-to-backs are kind of getting in the way of. Walker Kessler PR, JJ. I know you're a Walker Kessler better.
I mean, if he plays 30 plus minutes, I feel like you got to play it. It's kind of what he's been doing, but I'm not even sure if he's going to play. But yeah, I mean, when he gets his minutes, he's just been performing. He definitely looks more aggressive scoring the ball lately.
Yeah. I don't know how much I love the Zubac matchup. He just big as shit. Strong.
Yeah.
Like he's went over against like the Suns, who have a ton of shitty bigs, the Warriors, shitty bigs, Pacers, shitty bigs.
He scored 17 against OKC.
That's good. Yeah, against Hardenstein or against Hardenstein. So no, that's impressive. Yeah, he has been playing really good minutes. It is a back-to-back. Let's see, even on back-to-back. So, like, here's 29, 35, 31. I think it's a fair set line, personally. But the minutes have been great, for sure. Last one, Nasri rebounds. Yeah, like I said, I just don't like these Wolves starter overs, bro. Just like I really think we're going to get blown out. 6.5. Look, he's going to be guarded by Chet, I would assume. And if he ever wants to crash the glass, he could probably punk them a little bit. Bucks are like a really good rebounding matchup. Thunder have been a really good rebounding team overall, though, I will say. If you look at this, completely flipped from where they started the year. I mean, they're third fewest rebounds allowed, fourth fewest offensive rebounds allowed, last 10. So... Look, if the game stays close, I bet he hits. Bet he gets like 7, 8 maybe. But that's definitely far from a guarantee here. Bro, JJ, bro. Oh my gosh, look at this comment.
I seen it.
What are we doing, bro? But yeah, no, he probably actually is trolling. That's actually funny. No, he probably actually is trolling. And I actually, to be honest, I also like really don't care. Casey Luke, I mean, yeah, I feel like you do have too many followers to be doing this stuff, but it's more so just like a little bit weird, you know, that you have 40,000 followers and you just, you know, take plays from other people. But I actually think that it's like a little bit funny. So shout out Casey Luke because he definitely is trolling. Thanks for the help on my slip, guys. Let's get this money. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, Tron, it's hard to you know what I don't know what it is. What is the total? I'm not a big totals guy. JJ, have you ever bet a total in your life?
I don't usually like cap them, so I couldn't really give advice there.
I'm looking at the wrong game.
218.5.
I mean, Warriors, how are they going to score? And then Houston, how are they going to score? I could see Sengun sitting. I could see Butler, Curry, and Draymond sitting. And this game might be like 90-90 if that's the case, with like Pods versus Amon, number one hoops going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't bet totals, but like this game is gonna be pretty low scoring. And if you like, who for the Warriors like deadass is gonna score? Like if all the vets actually do sit, they don't have Kuminga. They won't have Butler. I don't know, bro. Like seriously, who would be the so say let's say that Butler and Curry sit. Who is the first option for the Warriors? Can you even like name it off the top of your head? Buddy Hield.
I couldn't. Yeah, it would have to be
Buddy and Pods.
Buddy, Pods, and then Post maybe.
Post, yeah. Number one option, Post. There's got to be someone because they don't even have Schroeder who would like, you know, at least he's like an on-ball creator kind of.
Yeah.
Moses Moody, first option hoops.
That'd be awful.
Let's see. I actually am like curious because it's like it seems. I mean, so if we take away those three, then it's like, yeah. I mean, this total actually seems way too high, bro, for a Rockets game too. They're probably gonna play like a lot of like loony minutes. It's just gonna like slow shit down. Because Rockets games are like super low scoring. Like they have no offense as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this shit seems mad high. I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels like it's gonna be like one team's not gonna crack the century mark. Probably gonna be a close game too. Pods PRA, but not options there. Yeah. Yeah, Tron, I agree. And if Kerr said that, it's like, I don't know, who knows? Steve Kerr, he'd be saying shit a lot of times. He'd be doing some random shit. So it's like it's like, well, if I say that they're gonna rest and then Houston's gonna prepare like they're gonna rest, and then I have an advantage. It's like a Steve Kerr ass advantage. Is there anything else I want to touch on? Was there any like games that you know, any other spots you thought were interesting?
Not really.
I was like a tad interested in McDaniel's stuff. I do kind of think that like 1.5 assists for McDaniel's is a bit interesting. Maybe even PRA because it.
Yeah, potential's that been there.
Yeah, I think that PRA is a tad interesting for McDaniels just because like the ball's going to be forced into his hands to make plays. And look, if you could guarantee me that the game stays close, like he's probably going to smash this. But I don't really like the matchup for him like individually. I think Jalen Williams is probably going to guard him or Chet, one of the two. And so even when he does get like those attacking closeout opportunities, when it's against these guys, I don't know how good he's going to be at, you know, attacking these closeouts.
It's probably a good chance for him to get 2 threes here, right? They're probably like sag off of him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, hey, he'll be left wide open. If you want to take it, you can take it. he's like very hesitant to shoot a lot of the times. Like
Mhm.
where he does best as a scorer is like when he can get like in close to the hoop and like kind of put his body into someone and like elevate, kind of like how KD does to an extent. Not even trying to make the joke, but yeah, I mean, JJ, if you like 1.5 threes, bro, I can guarantee you he's gonna be left wide the hell open all game, and it's just like, is he gonna even shoot it, or is he just gonna attack? So
Exactly.
I also don't hate Jaden over 1.5 turnovers. He's just gonna. I think this is actually like a sneaky look. I wish that more books offered it, but the usage is gonna be there for him. And we know how OKC is with forcing turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Or Ant's going to be turning that shit over too. Not going to lie. Only had 3. I mean, yeah. Mike Conley, I don't expect to play. If he does, maybe he's probably in a decent spot, I guess. Just, like I said, I think they kind of stay glued to Nas and like funnel shit to Jaden. OKC's just like a really, really smart defense. So, I mean, let's see. Jaden had 28 minutes. He had 0 potentials. Great. 8 shots only, but that was with Randall and Dante. Look, he's going to – I know a lot of times we like to project volume and stuff, but also we should be projecting like if he's like going to make the shots sometimes. And like I just don't know if Jaden's going to make the shots. So that's the one thing. Jimmy Butler, like I said, I don't think Jimmy's going to play. So I think that's like – I think the books are just hanging that because they don't know if he's going to play. But Steve Kerr literally came out and said the bets are going to sit. So are probably going to sit. Kalel Ware, like I said, his minutes have been trending down. I think on a permanent basis, he should absolutely crush. But what if the Mavs small ball? If the Mavs get up early, Kalel's going to play shit minutes because they're just going to go to Bam at the 5. It's like it's dicey. I think that a Kalel alts are the way to play it personally. JJ, what do you think?
Looks like these are like the watered down lines too.
Oh,
so I think they're probably gonna like try and parlay this if I'm looking at this correctly.
Yeah, those are probably prize pick demons. Yeah, well, JJ played Powell straight up, so I think Powell's also a safe player. So if you are talking about like watered down stuff, Powell is like very consistent. We could go 25 plus PRA for Powell. Let's see, with Harden, without Kawhi. I mean, yeah, dude. Like, yeah, I think that's a good look for sure. Yeah, I think it's a Jazz, like 100%. Yeah, Kalel, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put Kalel in it though for a watered down Kalel because, yeah, I mean it's like Dallas is gonna play small, and if the small ball is like killing the Heat and like it forces them to, like Kalel's gonna be the one who like gets benched if that's the case, if they get down early. You agree with that there?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Kyrie rebounds. I have no clue, dude. To be honest, I don't think Kyrie plays. I could be wrong. So he had 7 last game without Gafford. That's good. 11 chances. If he does play, he's going to play good minutes too. I'll just take Davis off the court. Let's take Lively off the court. Let's take Powell, Gafford, Kleber. We don't know if PJ is going to play. Luka. Is there any other centers I'm missing?
I think that's it.
We're taking out like the whole damn team. Kyrie, so 6.66 rebounds. That's pretty good.
He's probably gonna, if they play him, he's probably gonna get 35 to 40 minutes again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, definitely checks out in my opinion. Yeah, especially if you can get the 4.5 at FanDuel.
Yeah.
Collier. Yeah, Collier. I mean, you just can't argue it, bro. You really just can't. I don't know what you can say. Oh, it's actually 12.5 now.
Up.
Yeah, look, 12.5 is a little bit dicey, I'd say. But still lean over. JJ, your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, like right when I got on stream, it was at 11.5. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm thinking no Kyrie and Mavs getting smoked. Bam will get less minutes. But the Heat kind of suck too, honestly.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't know what's going on in the fourth quarter the last couple games, but they can't put up no points.
Yeah. It's a 1.5 point spread. Yeah, obviously that's probably indicating Kyrie playing. But yeah, I don't know. It just depends. Like if the Mavericks are like down PJ, Clay, Kyrie, like then yeah, and Gafford and like Lively and Davis, obviously.
That team still plays hard.
Yeah, I and it's in Dallas. I really don't see the Heat blowing. The Heat don't blow anybody out, to be honest. Like they play like slow paced and fundamentals and shit. So I will say one last lean that I had here. I couldn't get to it because Wiggins has had good potential in numbers, like really good potential numbers for Wiggins, especially. But if like the Mavs are going to be switching everything, I feel like 2.5 feels a tad high for Wiggins, just off of who he's been for his career. He's kind of been like a 1.5, 2 assists per game guy his whole career. But I don't know. Maybe there's something with because the potentials are clearly there for Wiggins, so it's a little bit dicey. And then Mavericks will be switching everything. So
were they playing any zone at all yesterday?
I have no clue. I saw that the Warriors did have 29 assists, but they're also just such a they're like an off-ball screen team. So I couldn't tell you. I didn't watch any of that game. Okay, I think that's going to do it. Let's see. The official plays we had here: Ant under 29.5 points, Jose Alvarado over 10.5 points, and then JJ had Norman Powell over 23.5 points. So yeah, JJ, do you have anything you want to say before we head out?
Enjoy the little break that we're about to have for like a week.
Yeah, I know. What are you kind of happy? Or
It just gives me time to watch some film and catch up with stuff.
Yeah, for me, it's just like I'm ready to, sleep in a little bit, not wake up at 6 a.m. every morning for a couple days.
Yeah.
So, and it will just be like a good mental reset too. Just take a break from like betting on hoops every day, right? Like that shit can kind of get like a little bit. Some days you just like wake up and you're like, shit. Like I love this shit, yes, but like I could use like just a day of none of this shit.
No, facts.
So this will be good just to clear the mind and stuff. Anyways, guys, yeah, so this is the last stream until Wednesday, I believe, because I think that's when the All-Star break resumes. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, last stream until Wednesday. We're not doing any All-Star weekend stuff. No one has an edge really on All-Star weekend stuff. So it's like, if you guys do bet on that stuff, just be smart with it. Don't be nuking dumb props like 3-point contest shit and dunk contest and all that. So yeah, we will be back Wednesday. Much needed break. And yeah, one last thing, guys. If you do enjoy this content, just make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way to supporting us. So yeah, JJ, it was fun. We've been grinding, but I think this break's gonna be nice.
Nah, for sure.
Sweet. All right, thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you guys on Wednesday.